Yeah.
Actually, look this way.
How much time do I get?
You ready?
Do you want to go first?
Hi, I'm Caitlin Keenhan, and I'm from Geneva.
I'm Riley McCoy, and I'm from Geneva.
I'm Renato, and I am from Peru.
My name is Billy Burke. I am from Oswego, Illinois.
I'm Gregory Cahill, and I was born in Chicago and live in Geneva.
My name is Sean Hassels, that is Seanhassels. I'm from Geneva, Illinois.
Hi, I'm Eleanor Swick. I am originally from Chicago, and I now live in Geneva.
So can you tell me the hardest thing that you've ever done or had to deal with is?
Holy moly.
Shoot, this is really hard.
Okay, wait, do you want it to be like deep?
It's gonna be a while, Kayla.
It's actually a really tough question. Shoot.
Start high school. Differences between middle school and high school, because high school's a lot harder than middle school. I went in thinking that I wouldn't have to study and that everything would just come naturally, but it was a lot harder.
Probably the hardest thing I've had to do so far in my lifetime is going to be studying for finals.
I had tried cutting back on classes from the year before because I had been overwhelmed, but obviously I didn't do that great a job of cutting back on course load and everything, and it ended up being really, really stressful, and all of my classes were really hard.
It was probably getting deferred from the U of I Business School. U of I has been my top choice of a college for my entire life, and when I got deferred for 2 months, that was a really rough time.
Let's see, what have I done that's challenging?
I didn't pass the CPA exam on my first chance, and I had to try it 2 times again over.
Probably one of the harder things has been applying to college for like schoolwork, like filling out the applications, making sure I have all my transcripts and all that ready.
Applying to colleges, finally getting the acceptance, and then choosing which major to take once I was accepted.
Well, before I moved to Geneva, I lived in Chicago, like I said, and so I had to switch over, meet completely new people, start off in a completely new town. Yeah, it's pretty hard.
Probably leave my country and leave my family to come here. One of the most difficult things, and try to stay in a foreign country 1 year by myself.
I've moved a lot, so that's probably really hard to deal with, just going from school to school, not really knowing anybody. Yeah.
I had to move from California to here, Geneva, and it was hard because I had to leave all my friends from back home, and I don't get to see them ever.
I've had 2 concussions in my life that were really bad, and it took me like 4 months to get over one of them, and the other one gave me really bad like cognitive issues, so I couldn't think correctly and I couldn't speak correctly.
When I got my concussions, and I had to be like in a dark room for like 2 weeks straight. That's pretty rough.
Leaving a job that you're very, I don't want to say involved with, but you have a lot of friends and relationships with people, and you're just, you know, you have to leave people behind.
And the second hardest thing that I've ever done was my STN competition. It was entirely stressful. Yeah. You don't know what that is, you're psychology students, but I'm just coming to you with my problems.
Probably doing TV production, understanding everything.
When I was little, I was told I have a peanut allergy, and it was hard to, or peanut allergy and a bunch of other allergies, and it was hard to adjust to limiting my diet to certain things and taking precautions to avoid having allergic reactions.
My bunny died. That was rough because I found him dead, and I was like, "Mom, did Bunny sleep?" And she was like, "Nope, he's dead." And then we had to bury him.
When I was about 7, my cat had a heart problem, and we had to put her down, and it was really sad. I cried for a couple hours that day. It was a sad day.
Standing on my back porch, not knowing what to do when my dog had a seizure and fell into the pond and drowned.
I broke my friend's nose my best friend's nose when I was younger, and it was really hard for me seeing him, you know, with full face mask and everything. It was really tough.
Probably my softball injury to my arm.
I don't know. I don't have anything challenging in my life. Wait, what's this for? Psychology.
Conceiving a child. We had a very difficult time having children, and the whole process of getting to where we are today was not only time consuming, but it was difficult for us as a family.
When I was in 3rd grade, I had to use glasses because I had a lazy eye.
Having the stomach flu in Disney World because I love Disney World and I couldn't eat any of the good food, like any cake pops, no corn dogs, no ice cream, only sticky rice.
One time I got a toy train when I was little stuck in my sister's hair, and I had to take it out because my parents weren't home, so that took like 5 hours.
Probably my car accident that happened about a year ago. It was the 2nd day of having my license, and after that I was kind of paranoid to drive for a while, so I had to kind of overcome my fear again.
I think watching other family members go through like sickness or suffering or like times of pain.
Ever since I was like in 4th grade, my brother's been really struggling with school and just everyday stuff. He has pretty bad anxiety, he gets nervous a lot. So he's living in Chicago and he's been in and out of rehab and stuff like that, but it's hard to see your brother struggle that much when all of your other family is like, you know, not that bad.
The loss of a family member?
Probably my aunt dying in about, I think it was 2008. So I was 8 at the time, and it was just, I don't know, it was really difficult because I was really close to her.
Losing my grandma. She and I were very close. I grew up next door to her and actually lived in her house until I was about 2 years old. And we lost her about 6 years ago.
After my senior year in college, when I found out my father was diagnosed with cancer, and just trying to deal with him being sick and trying to get through law school at the same time. And he passed away my freshman year, or my first year in law school. So that was a very difficult time.
I actually don't know.